What happened?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's not flat here. But there's someone for that. Yeah.
okay. Okay. Alright guys, so just to record, I guess that was a funky kind of wacky session that's happened. A lot of crashes. I mean, 2 crashes, and one seems to be a red flag. Means it's a serious one, or I don't know if it's that serious. But they let us go afterwards. There was no, they didn't shut down the track or anything. So yeah, I'm riding with the novice group because the bike is not that fast. So I'm not that fast. So it happens with every group. So it's not like because it's a novice group or anything. So I'm here chilling. So just gonna give you guys an overview. I don't want to record the entire thing like last time. It's kind of it might be too boring. So I'm just gonna give you guys the high points. The bike is great. So the brake works. But like I said, I don't think I can recommend it for the price that it took to do it. I think you could just do with brake fluid and nicer pads on the stock setup. A nicer lever, will make you a little bit more better feel in your hand. But braking wise, the engine braking does most of the work. So this time around, I'm not even braking that much on the front. I just roll off the throttle and downshift a couple gears or one gear, and it just rolls and it just kind of dives and it just brakes so quickly. So so it's just for the money that it took. I don't think it's worth it. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, but the suspension is the main thing. That's what I mentioned before. So if you guys want this bike to work, it's the suspension is the biggest thing, and then power, and then everything else. All right, so it's waiting for another session. Hopefully, it's really hot. So you guys can tell it's really hot today, 90 something. So I'm not gonna ride all day like last time. I'm just gonna ride a couple more sessions until after lunch, maybe one more session after lunch, and then I'm gonna go home because I pretty much got what I'm here for. I just wanted to try the bike as a package again, as a whole with everything. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I tried to include it in the in this video. Like I did an intentional wheelie out of turn 9. Yeah, it's one of those things that happens at that turn because it's a slope and it goes down. So if you kind of gas it at like the right moment, you would you catch the curve and then you kind of fly off with like a wheelie stance. So that's kind of cool. And I bounced off the limiter at one time, so hopefully I captured it and included it in this video because I don't know, I'm just talking to you guys right now, so I gotta check the video if you guys didn't see it. And yeah, hoping for more nicer sessions for the rest of the day. guys. So that was pretty solid. Solid session there. I think a couple of thoughts. I don't know if it is the heat or I don't know if I'm braking too much, or I think it's mainly the heat affecting me. I don't know, but I'm slower this time than the last time I was here with this bike. So I don't know if I'm braking too much or I'm hitting traffic a lot. I don't know. I think about 3 seconds, 4 seconds, almost 5 seconds slower today. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the heat. It's like 90 plus. I'm not really sure what's going on. Other than that, I was just thinking in my head, like, so what now, right? So like, what now? So I don't have anything else I want to do with this bike, really. Couple of things that I want to point out is, I think I just did everything I want to do with this chassis, for personally. You could, get you can still go further, you can have a steering stabilizer in the front. This bike needs it, but it's a supermoto, like I just kind of accept its limitations, and I just kind of enhance on a couple things, but I think I'm pretty much done with this bike. I'll just kind of use it as is. And then now I have a more better picture as to, let's say I want to get another bigger bike, 600, Super Duke again, or a 1000. I can kind of see how I'm going to use those bikes. Like I kind of know, because I kind of work harder on this motorcycle, on the 690, because it's slower, that I kind of have to work really hard and everything has to be perfect for me to get those nicer lap times. But I noticed that on my V4R, I'm not really working as hard because the bike is so fast, and then I just throttle out of every error. For example, I enter the corner wrong or slow or something like that, but I can just power out of, I can do 160 on the front straight and make up some time. So I'm not, in a way, I'm working a little bit easier on that bike versus this one, but I'm hitting more fundamentals with this one compared to that one, because I have to work for the speed. So a learning tool, I guess. It's good for that, fundamentals, also I don't have a speedometer, but I learned how to ride. I don't have a tachometer or a gear indicator, so I learned how to ride the bike just by feel, essentially. So if I'm in a corner, it feels wrong, I will downshift, and then I'll upshift. I kind of don't need the LCD screen anymore, so I'm not gonna install it anymore, I don't think. So as far as everything goes, it's good. The brake is good. I'm not using it much. Actually, the last couple of laps, I don't even use the brake. I literally don't use the brake. So what I do is I just roll off the throttle and downshift, right? So the downshifting is really just doing the braking for me. And that's what I said before. Like the engine braking on this bike is so strong that really you're not really using much of front brake at all. Maybe couple of corners where I overshot it and I have to brake really hard because I didn't prepare early enough. So far everything's great. Tires, they seem like they're wearing a little bit more, maybe because it's hot today. Two track days on this thing so far. I think it has more life still for the street. I think it's still good, but I think my next track day won't be until the end of the year when it's a little bit cooler. It's just hard to concentrate. I admire the athletes, whoever, or people who club race in this heat. It's just crazy hot, Like I'm not, I guess. Yeah, I'm not used to it. I'm just not used to the heat like that. So, So far, I'm pretty happy with the whole build. It's exactly what I hoped it would be, and I understand its limitations, so definitely not gonna ask any more of what it could do. It's definitely delivering for, I know given that this bike is not cheap anymore, but it's a really fun bike. Low pressure, just all fun, raw fun. I'll do a couple more sessions of the day, and I think I'm gonna call it a day because it's just really hot, and All right, guys. So I think that's it. I ran out of gas. I mean, I didn't run out completely, but the light turned on, and I just filled up right now. So I think I'm gonna call it. It's way too hot, and then I'm just losing focus on that last, close to the last couple laps. So I don't want to risk it, especially after lunch, where after I eat I'm kind of sluggish. So I think I'm gonna call it, and I don't want to use up too much of this tire because. Yeah, I mean, I still want to ride it on the street, but I think I'm gonna replace this soon. If I'm gonna go to a next track day, maybe I could squeeze in one more track day on this, but it looks like it's well spent. I think it's okay still, but yeah, it wore out pretty good. So yeah, I don't like this wear here, so I think I'm not throttling properly, or my pressure's off. So, but everything else seems to be pretty good. Yeah, if you guys watched this video all the way through, I think I pretty much touched on a lot of points here. I think this bike as a chapter in the channel is pretty much done. I should look forward to something. What's next? I don't know. Give me some. What do you guys think? RSV4? I don't know. 1390 Super Duke, 2024 S1000RR, or go for broke and get the V4, V4 or something like that. I don't know. So far, I don't have the urge to splurge on something like that right now. But at the same time, I kind of miss the speed on some of these sections here. So, all right, really happy with this. I think that's pretty much my goal for this track day, is just to find out, if anything is off. But everything's good. Brake is good. Just need more seat time. Thank you guys for joining me on this track day, watching the video and everything. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.